Welcome to this explainer. Right now, a massive tidal wave of binary code, just endless zeros and ones, is literally crashing into our corporate skylines. Today, we're diving deep into the data to show you exactly why the AI revolution, well, it isn't just another passing tech trend. Based on the sources we're looking at, a really compelling case is being made that we are sitting right in the middle of the biggest structural shift in the global job market since the Industrial Revolution. And trust me, it's going to impact pretty much all of us.
So, let's start by uncovering what we call the hidden cognitive threat, because it's really easy to completely underestimate what's actually happening here. You know how everyone loves to laugh at AI when it messes up? Like, we've all seen those generated images with 6 fingers, or when a chatbot gets totally confused by a really basic riddle. But here's the thing. By focusing on those funny little errors, we're totally missing the massive, unseen reality lurking just beneath the surface. Experts actually estimate that a whopping 90% of us are currently underestimating AI's true cognitive capabilities. It's like looking at the tiny tip of an iceberg and laughing, while down below, AI is quietly mastering highly complex PhD-level reasoning. Researchers have a great term for this. They call it the Jagged Frontier. Imagine an irregular, wildly jagged zigzag line. On one side of this peak, AI is instantly solving advanced mathematics or, effortlessly passing the bar exam. But then, on the steep drop-off, it completely fails at something a 5-year-old could figure out. This jagged, unpredictable boundary creates a really deceptive illusion. It basically blinds us to the wave that's about to hit our office buildings, simply because we wrongly assume, hey, if it can't do the simple stuff, there's no way it can do my complex job, right? Which brings us to our next point. The white-collar wipeout, and really, the end of the traditional office job as we know it. We really need to shift our historical perspective here. You see, unlike past technological shifts, think of the invention of the assembly line that primarily automated physical factory floor work. This incoming wave is aimed squarely at the white-collar elite. Look at who's actually in the crosshairs now. Lawyers, accountants, software developers, journalists. Why them? Well, it's because these professions rely super heavily on standardized data, logic, and recognizable patterns. And the data shows that AI can now simulate or even surpass years of human cognitive expertise in just seconds. The automation threat has literally moved from blue-collar muscles straight into white-collar brains. And this creates a huge dual crisis in the corporate world. First, we're looking at what's called the broken ladder. Up to 50% of junior office jobs could just vanish because AI can handle all those simple digital tasks. But think about it. If nobody is doing the junior work, how on earth do we train tomorrow's senior experts? The ladder is broken. Second, we have the barbell economy. Picture a heavy weightlifting barbell. You've got big weights of high-skill and low-skill jobs on the very ends, but the middle, it's squeezed incredibly thin. Middle management and standard admin roles are just getting completely hollowed out by software coordination. Now you might be wondering, is this actually happening right now or is it just theory? Let's look at some global warning signs. If you think this is just some future problem stuck in academic papers, let's take a look at India. Traditionally, India has been the global powerhouse for IT outsourcing. It's essentially the test lab for the whole digital economy. And right now, major IT centers are flashing red. Huge companies are slashing tens of thousands of entry-level roles. And the reason is simple. A single AI agent, like Claude Code, can now handle the coding, testing, and maintenance work that used to require an entire department of junior developers. The old business model of more clients equals hiring more humans is completely breaking down. And hey, it's not just outsourcing in India. Look at this staggering number, 30,000. Recently, the tech giant Oracle laid off around 30,000 employees practically overnight. I mean, imagine waking up to a 6 a.m. email telling you that your job of 30 years is just gone. And the sources note something really important here. This wasn't due to a lack of profits. Actually, companies are actively reallocating massive amounts of human capital specifically to fund their multi-billion-dollar AI investments. So it's absolutely crucial to understand how this displacement actually happens. It's a sneaky process called hollowing out. Think of your job as a bucket. Inside that bucket are, say, 20 to 50 apples, and each apple represents a daily task. AI doesn't just walk in and steal your whole bucket on day one. Nope. Instead, it reaches in and takes an apple, maybe drafting emails. Then it grabs another apple, analyzing a spreadsheet. It relentlessly bites through the tasks in your bucket until, eventually, there just isn't enough left to justify paying a human, even if your job title theoretically still exists on paper. Okay, so as this tsunami makes landfall, where exactly is the high ground? Let's talk about safe havens and the traps hidden inside them. According to the data, the safest lifeboats right now are roles that require physical presence and deep human empathy, basically things that deal with atoms, not bytes. Social work and nursing, they have incredibly low automation risks. You simply cannot replace human warmth, child rearing, and direct physical care with an algorithm. Similarly, analog crafts, like being a plumber, a roofer, or an electrician, they're considered safe in the short term because they require complex, unpredictable physical movement. But, and this is a big but, there is a major trap hiding right here. It's called the blue-collar flight. Sure, manual trades are relatively safe from AI right now. However, if millions of displaced office workers suddenly panic and flood into plumbing, electrical work, and carpentry, well, the resulting massive oversupply of labor is going to cause wages in those trades to completely collapse. It's basic supply and demand. Furthermore, this physical high ground, it's strictly temporary. The dexterity countdown has already started. Today, yeah, a robot might struggle to fold a laundry shirt, but in 5 years, all the administrative back office work of that plumbing business will be fully automated. And the real warning from experts is the 10 to 15-year mark. That's the countdown until humanoid robots achieve the physical dexterity needed to perfectly match human hands. Once that happens, the safety net for manual trades vanishes completely. Which leads us to our final point, the post-labor reality. What does the ultimate endpoint of all this actually look like? As both the physical and the cognitive barriers fall, we really have to ask ourselves a very tough, purely economic question. Think about the IQ scale for a second. A chimpanzee is around 20, an average human is 100. Well, frontier AI models are already testing at 130 to 150 plus in certain areas. Once AI consistently operates with an IQ significantly higher than ours, at what point does it become financially irrational for a company to pay a human to do cognitive work? Now, many economists try to soothe our fears by pointing to what's known as the lump of labor fallacy. Historically, they argue, when tech destroyed farming jobs, we moved to factories. When factory jobs died, we moved to offices. We always moved up the ladder to more complex tasks, right? But the sources argue that this time the equation is totally broken, because AI is attacking the very top of the cognitive pyramid. There is simply nowhere up left for us to go. So, what does survival even look like in this environment? Ultimately, the choice becomes pretty stark. On one hand, you have total displacement. On the other hand, you have the option of becoming what industry insiders are calling a 100x professional. Imagine a single human acting like a CEO, commanding an entire fleet of AI agents to do the work of 50 people. For those who adapt quickly, AI becomes a tool for unprecedented supercharging rather than replacement. This explainer leaves us with a truly provocative reality to ponder. As this tsunami makes landfall, the old rules of the economy are just washing away. If both physical and cognitive labor become virtually free, what is your uniquely human value? How are you going to secure your lifeboat in a post-labor paradigm? It's a lot to think about. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I will see you in the next explainer.